have some deck lists.
And we're back. Welcome everyone.
I'll give you that deck list because I know Ian's by heart. Hello. We're back with Jelle and Niels covering the Gentry Invitational. Today we have our third match playing Fran versus Ian Ide. I think Ian is second in the leaderboard, so he gets to start. Yes. Yeah. And Fran is seventh. Ian is, if you know him, Ian always plays the same deck in this season. It's a 5-color Aristocrats deck with Planeswalkers. Fran, I actually haven't seen his list yet.
He's a big fan of aggro decks. Yeah. He actually did quite a few innovations on the blue-white tempo deck. Very interesting to see how his deck will play out, because
it's a mono-red kind of burn deck, I think.
No. He plays burn and thermal alchemist.
Yeah, I've played a quick game against him, and he killed me the turn before I could swing for 27. So it's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it's interesting to see this kind of deck because right now a lot of the burn that we have available to us in Standard doesn't go to the face, so it doesn't actually target players, and that's kind of what you need with this deck. I mean, we see
Exquisite Firecraft is one of his rares, Collective Defiance, those are the rares, of course.
Yeah, but we see Fiery Impulses that don't do really anything.
Fury Tempest and Incendiary Flows, those go to the face. And for burn deck, he also plays Seismic Rapture main deck.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good in this matchup, I guess. Okay. Let's go to the match.
Yeah,
Ian
because
has a pretty good start.
Ian exploded onto the board with Dry Darber into Dry Darber and Cutthroat, and Fran didn't have a turn 1 play.
Bless you.
But he gets an Alchemist as his first play on the table. It's actually quite relevant because a lot of Ian's pressure can't even kill that creature. I think Nantuko Husk is the only thing that hits through it.
Yeah, but it's not that good actually versus Ian, because he still gets to attack.
Yeah.
While if he had a 2/2, Ian wouldn't be able to attack at all. In comes Openworld Mysteries, the uncommon that really makes this deck possible.
No, it's the uncommon that pushes the deck over the top.
Yeah, indeed, actually. Yeah.
I mean, the deck is still possible without.
And Ian is all in. Ian has made a board with 4 1-drops and 2-drop, and an enchantment that whenever they die makes a lot more creatures and cards.
He doesn't have anything to trump over Fran though, so.
I almost thought Fran didn't have a land, but he still had one more, so no problem there for the moment. Will he play the second?
I think I saw Evanston's Judgment, which might be quite impactful on this board eventually.
Evanston's Judgment does 2 damage to the
divided? The madness cost is it's divided, and the madness cost makes it an X burn.
Okay, but Fran first opts to exile the Zulaport Cutthroat.
Yeah, that's with
here with the Incendiary Flow.
Incendiary Flow, yeah.
Yo, Nick.
An extra burn spell that has been very good versus the Aristocrat decks. Ian goes, hitting for 4, probably only for 3 after blocks.
So this is a really interesting thing about mono-red decks, is a lot of people think these decks just go face until you're dead, but in a lot of ways mono-red decks can turn into weird control decks as well, where they just pick off your board until you have nothing left, and then try to provide a source of constant damage to, in the meantime or afterwards, actually kill you. Which is what Fran is doing at this point.
Yeah.
Not by choice, mind you, but because he doesn't really have another option.
The Collective Defiance in his hand as well. Collective Defiance is a 3 mana spell. It gives you 3 options what to do with it, and for every 1 mana extra you put in it, it does something extra. It has a choice to discard somebody's hand and make him draw as many cards as he discarded. Put 4 damage to a creature or 3 damage to a player. For the small cost of 5 mana, you can do all 3 of these.
Doesn't it also do? Isn't it also the one that does 1 damage to all creatures?
That's the uncommon one.
Ah, okay. That would be good.
That would be good.
En het is, ja, het is al kwart voor inderdaad.
Not a fan of this. Here I would have played the second Time Alchemist in his hand.
Could be Exquisite Firecraft as well. He has Exquisite Firecraft in hand.
Okay. So he's going for the direct damage. That's indeed Exquisite Firecraft on his hand. Fury Impulse.
Leaning over doesn't help, yeah.
I did a little bit.
Still doesn't help.
Obstinate Judgment. Obstinate Judgment. An extra land and 1 card I can't make up. Oh yeah, the Collective Defiance, of course. Up now comes the Thermal Alchemist. I still think I would have played it last turn. Here Fran is thinking about playing Obstinate Judgment to the face.
So he has 9 points of burn in his hand, and 9 points of burn plus the double ping from...
the Judgment is a sorcery, yes?
I think so. And he doesn't have Madness Enablers.
Well, yeah, he does, but it costs a lot of mana as the Collective Defiance.
Yeah.
But that costs too many mana.
But he doesn't have Collective Defiance. He has Fiery Temper, Exquisite Firecraft, and...
Obstinate Judgment, I'm sorry. Really thought I saw it. Let's not base our decisions on what I think I saw.
But you leaned over, you should have had a good
leaned
look.
over, yeah. Could have seen it. This is actually turned into a race.
Yeah, we reached a point where actually killing Ian's creatures is a bad idea because it just gives him more advantage.
So the 2 very powerful enchantments for Ian don't do anything actually right now. And are pretty worthless. Oh, that's the land. That's actually pretty good for him.
Yeah. So he can play 2 spells now, which is 4 damage, is 8 damage. He's 1 damage short.
But I don't think he's that next turn.
Oh wait, no.
1, 2.
He has enough. He has enough to kill him, right? With the Exquisite Firecraft and the Judgment, he gets 2 untaps, so that's 6 extra damage. And 6 damage from the spells itself.
No, because he doesn't have that much mana.
Yes, he does.
No, he only has 11 damage. I think he needs to have creatures, of course.
So
Maar ja, dan is het er niet. Ja, maar ik weet dat het zijn. Nee, zoals de auto doet.
So those untap.
Yeah. And now he can do 2 more.
2 more, then shoot for 2, then they untap again, and he can tap them again.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I forgot that Firecraft was 4. In my head it was only 2.
Ja, inderdaad. Ja, misschien moeten we een commentaar dan niet meer.
Yeah, yep, he's got us. Wow.
It's
Indeed.
Exactsies.
Exactsies, indeed. And here we go. Fran winning the first game.
What?
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Killing you in your upkeep. That's how it's done. Killing you in your upkeep.
Hadden wij geen hartaanval heeft?
Yeah, we always skip to our beautiful faces before the game was over.
Oh yes, beautiful face. Beautiful face. These are beautiful faces. Okay, so really happy to have Fran here with what is pretty innovating, even if maybe it doesn't look so to you guys, because mono red is mono red, but it actually hasn't really been an archetype up to now.
No. I haven't seen it a lot. I haven't seen it actually this season.
Yeah, the
Actually,
reason.
also thought it wasn't possible this season.
Yeah, exactly the same here. The reason it's interesting is because this is what I was hoping from this series to actually get some new deck ideas
We've
out.
had 6 totally different decks for them.
Yeah.
We 6 totally different decks, and those are the top 8 players of the season.
And looking at some of the decks that are still coming, there's still a lot of options. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Let's look at the sideboards. Fran, who's one game up, is playing 2 Mage Wing Bullies, 1 Boiling Earth, Dragon Fodder, Expedite 2 times, 1 Fear Impulse, 2 Lightning Axe, 2 Rush of Adrenaline, and 3 Thresh to Smithereens. He's probably going to board in the Boiling Earth because that kills almost everything Ian has. Would board in an extra Fear Impulse. I don't think he will board more actually. What do you think?
I don't think so. Maybe a lightning axe to have an easier time killing something that got out of hand, but there's not that much to get out of hand.
Yeah, you only have Nantuko Husk and
You'd rather kill that earlier.
yeah.
On Ian's side, we have pretty interesting stuff going on. We have Duress and Negate. Yes, Negate. We haven't seen any blue out of Ian's deck, but he is 5 color, I think.
Yeah,
he has white, he has red, he actually has 1 Negate main as well.
Ian.
So we have 2 Duress coming out, 3 Negates coming out, and probably 1 Butcher's Glee, which might actually be a huge swing and a game winner.
What does it do? Is it take
+3, +1, and lifelink.
yeah, of course, yeah. That's pretty important.
That
But
could actually
very
toss the entire game
very
around.
dangerous for removal, of course, if you pump all your mana into it.
Yeah. The rest is irrelevant. Aim High, Bone Splinters, Watcher in the Web, Caustic Caterpillar, Angelic Purge. They're all cards that do almost nothing, and the deck is tight on cards to take out anyway.
I think I would board in the Bone Splinters.
Really?
Yeah, it's next to a sacrifice outlet and it kills the 0-3s. It will give you a lot more options versus a deck that ignores the board.
Yeah.
I would board in the Bone Splinters, but that's just me.
Okay, let's see what our players did.
Okay, so as you can see next to Ian's life points there's a coin or token that indicates that Ian will start this game. Also another indication is that Fran is 1 game up, of course.
Yeah. Ian on the play. Tim Matthijs tried Monored in the last ladder event apparently.
And how did you do? Don't you know anything about it, Sander?
It's the gentle muffin.
Yeah, sorry, the gentle Sander. Do you know
How your muffin did? With your red deck. I mean deck.
with your mono muffin? Okay, back to the game because we can't be serious about the chat apparently.
No, kids these days.
Indeed, especially when you give them a camera.
So, we've been paying such poor attention that I don't even know. Yeah, both players mulligan to 6. which is more painful for Fran than Ian actually.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Ian
Fran's
keeping
cards
his 6.
directly translate into damage, where Ian's are more a resource based, like it has build up in its deck.
Yeah, indeed. I also thought in the beginning of the game that Ian would be favored here to win.
Yeah, but after seeing that last game,
Yeah, but he drew 2 dead cards in that situation, of course. The Overworld Mysteries didn't do a lot, didn't do anything.
if anything, they actually helped Fran in showing him what his game plan should be. Okay, there goes the mulligans, semi. I don't think I would do that already, unless he really has no play for turn 2. I like to keep a card like that for when I actually need it.
Even more because now he only has 1 more mountain in hand.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, but he drew that on mountain. And here comes the 0-3, which is actually a lot better when you have an extra sorcery in hand.
True.
But we can't see his whole hand, of course.
But if you lean a bit more to the left, maybe you can see it better.
If I lean a lot to the left, I can see the whole match over there. Okay, Ian attacking here. Fran thinking about, does he have the +3/+1? Does he play it in his wacky deck? Nobody knows. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. We know.
So this is Sadistic Glee. That's
plus
3/+1 and lifelink.
And regenerate. No?
No, I don't think so. So an interesting point to play it. He gets rid of a pretty troublesome permanent, but on the other hand,
he doesn't advance his board.
Jesus!
That wasn't us.
We almost died, people.
Hey Nick. Okay, so there was a little terrorist attack in Outpost Ghent, but we survived it because we're
okay.
survivors.
Don't call the police.
It's like Destiny's Child said. I'm not going to sing it, but we all know what they said.
That you're a survivor and gonna make it.
Yeah.
Keep on surviving, Jelle.
Okay, but back to the match again. Wow, we get distracted so easily.
It's your fault.
Yeah, indeed it is. Okay, so Fran has another alchemist, and Ian
doesn't.
No, he's very light on creatures here.
It'd be very weird if Ian had an alchemist.
It would be, but I was actually making a point here. Ian again with the enchantment and no creatures. This is actually pretty bad for Ian, I think. Also 2 lands, 2 cards in hand. Not very happy about it.
Yeah, all Fran needs to do is ignore creatures and throw burn at the face, and it looks like he'll probably have time to do it, even though Ian is on 23.
Well, a lot can happen in this situation, of course.
Yeah, sure.
He could have Bone Splinter, which would be very good in this situation. Okay, this Galactus Defiance. He paid
the rare one, right?
Yeah, paid 1 extra for it. It does 3 damage to Ian, 4 damage to his creature, and that's about it. You know, for 1 extra mana, he could also make somebody draw into an entire new hand.
Yeah.
Ian,
not sure if I agree with killing the creature, because
indeed
it gives him an extra card and a token.
To go Husk. This is pretty good for Ian. Now he has sacrifice outlets.
Ja, maar we weten allemaal dat we weten allemaal waar dat ligt natuurlijk. Tuurlijk.
also there's music on our stream.
Yeah, we have a little bit of background music, but it's very quiet right now. It's the intro.
Okay. So. Find 2 lands. I think it's Magmatic Insight. And Incendiary Flow in his hand. This is quite dangerous.
Yeah, he can make a token, sack the token. Don't think Fran realized this.
No. This could be very devastating.
If only the alchemist could ping a creature.
It would be insane.
He's so broken. Well, it would cost 6. So, is Fran going to...
This is Magmatic Insight, 2 damage to all creatures.
Yeah. That's... shouldn't that be exiled because of the...
just a second.
Stop!
Stop! Use PM.
He sacked it to itself?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, we were quick on that. Okay. Ian actually advancing his board now.
Yeah. Which in a large part is a straight consequence of Fran to choose to go for Ian's creatures instead of just ignoring them.
Wacht, hij is er weer aan het maken, hè? Nee, ik ben aan het connecten op Dominique.
Yeah, whenever the enchantment is there, I think he should just ignore all his creatures.
Yeah, and try to race with face.
But once he started, he couldn't stop, of course.
I think it should still be exiled. What's the wording?
Yeah, and that it should be exiled. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so it's exiled instead. And he loses the...
Die is al weg hier.
Ah yeah. Okay, so we fixed the situation. Yeah, it should still get exiled. So we had it exiled and
it really felt wrong. Making Fran's order of play to kill the creature actually the best one.
Yeah. For the people who think like, oh, what would have happened in an official match, depending on your rules enforcement level, if you're playing in a casual environment, the fix you just saw would probably be the correct one, like in an FNM or a pre-release. At competitive, it gets a lot more hairy. In most cases, the judges would have left the game state as it is and just told the players to continue playing. So don't be surprised if things don't end up the way you just saw here.
Okay. Fran forgetting to put 1 damage on Ian's face here. I think, no? Back to the game. So Fran played Tormenting Voice and he forgot to tap his Alchemist.
I don't think you can leave little advantages like this on the table, especially not with this kind of deck.
Every damage counts. As we could see last game, it was Exaxis. Fran has does he have Capcan, Berserker in hand? Actually, it's one of the cards I would have boarded out.
Yes, there's so many chump blockers.
Yeah, and he has little to no chance to do that.
Okay, Exquisite Firecraft going to the face, I assume.
Yep. Well, it can go to a creature, but this if he's still going to if he's still going to the creature, then he has no chance of winning this game. Yes, very friendly of you, Sander.
Met u wel?
Met mij wel.
Jawel, het is gelukt. Het is gelukt.
Oké, kom maar.
Simon!
Right.
Nee, je moet makasje.
So right now, Fran is still ahead in the damage race, and as long as he draws a damage spell that does 2 every turn, at least 2 every turn, he's actually keeping up with the damage. So he's not looking that bad.
No, yeah, wasn't.
Simon, kom aan.
He's thinking about another combat trick, but I don't think he can play around combat tricks.
No, and any combat trick will likely screw him over even with a 1/1.
Yeah. So I'm taking 5 damage or 3 damage. It's a whole lot of difference. Turning a 6 turn clock into a 4 turn clock.
Nee, ik wil niet staan. Oké, ik ga eruit, ik ga nooit meer. Niks doen.
And even more
Niks
creatures.
doen, hè. Kom maar. Ik zeg niks doen, hè, zeg ik.
I think it's really insane how close our matches are today.
Yeah.
And I put my head sideways again.
Niks doen.
We should have a little face cam just to see how many times you actually lean over to look into the player's
There should be a
hands.
counter. There should be like something that counts how many times I try to see which card Fran drew.
Oh, we actually have a little space in the bottom right of the view to put your face.
Tell me next time, I'll shave. I wasn't doing it this time. Okay, I think he drew another
Alchemist, yeah. Which is
Very good.
extremely relevant.
Yeah, I think it's very good.
So that's Alchemist, Incendiary Flow.
I was going to look, but I don't.
Dominique is ook geen.
No, I can't do it anymore. I can't look. Oh, we can see it. As Captain and Incendiary Flow and it's Captain Berserker.
Yeah. You should actually just play the
It's Captain
Berserker and
Dat moet aanstaan. Allee, dat is best dat het aanstaat, hè.
even if it gives him draws, I
No,
think at
you
this
can
point.
you can block a token. It's just the same.
Ah yeah, sure.
Staat aan?
So he shoots Ian to 8, then next turn he can do him to 6 with a 4 damage spell. He kills
In
him.
scrying his upkeep,
Nee, maar ja, het kan zijn dat
pretty
hij
good of
kan-
him.
ja,
Oh,
een poort
find
pakken
something
die
he
heel
likes.
zo laten. En we weten nog niet.
No.
Nope, doesn't find something he likes. Another scry. If he does that, he has little to no damage this turn.
Ja, dat is raar, maar ja.
But I think he needs to do it. I think he really needs something on this board, and it's not 1 extra damage.
But it's not even really 1 extra damage
No, it's even
because
less.
it's a Scapclan Mauler block.
Ja, nee.
Yeah.
Makes it
Yeah.
almost irrelevant. Now, at least when the Scapclan Mauler wants to be relevant, it needs to kill a creature or do a very stupid block, which
Nee, blijf ik kijken.
might be the play next turn, but not this turn. Like actually blocking
Yeah.
a Catacomb Sifter. But I think this turn he just...
And he keeps it. I understand why that's
Ja, ik
difficult
ook,
to
ik ben er echt gewoon mee bezig.
to keep or not keep.
Yeah.
Here, Ian attacking with 3 creatures,
I think
keeping
you
one
just,
behind.
I
For
think you
the
just bite the bullet and
yeah, I would have
kill
taken with
one of the
everything.
1/1s.
Yeah, of course.
Ik zoek gewoon een
Well, of
proto
course,
dat
it's
hij
not
niet op
maybe not
ons
work, but
luisteren is, ja.
he's going to either
Bitches.
sacrifice a clue or look at the top 3 cards for a creature.
Ja, Prins Ashkin.
Oh,
Oh,
that's also.
already?
Laika, Simon,
Yeah,
bedankt.
I think I would have kept that play for next turn.
But I don't think it's
It's not
necessarily
bad.
wrong.
No, definitely not. It's,
Thing
Probeer hem
one.
al in te loggen. Probeer hem af te
This draw could mean a lot for Fran.
Dat doen we klingen. Dat doen we klingen.
That's a
That's
removal
really
spell.
good.
So he has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's
He
dead.
wins?
He wins.
This
And
is
that's game again.
wow.
Wow. Didn't see it coming again. I really thought this was a bad matchup for him.
This deck is a lot better than I think we gave it credit for.
Yes. But yeah.
Mijn laatste woord. Daarna is
I hate to say it, but even we can be wrong. As you watch the stream, you can say we are wrong a lot. Even.
And again and again and again and again.
Okay. And that's scooping time for Ian.
Okay, so let's have a look at the.
I'm going to watch the top card of his deck just for the scry.
Okay, so